Well, as you can see, today we are not playing Lego Harry Potter. We're going to be playing that in the back hold for a sec, even though we only have 1 year left, the 4th year. But, like I said, as soon as Chapter 6 came out, we were coming back to Paper Perjury. And you'll never guess it. It came out yesterday. I know I did stream it yesterday. I know. But we're here today. You'll be seeing on my channel for probably the first week and a half. I'll be alternating videos of these VODs and then the 3rd year of Harry Potter, since I have played that. I just haven't uploaded the videos yet to the channel. But I'll be alternating between these two, and then after this case, we'll be going back to Lego Harry Potter. But let us get started with case 6, Regrets and Perjury. What is the price of sin? We've all done something wrong, something we can't ever forgive ourselves for. But that feeling, that regret, that is our salvation. That's what sets us apart from animals. An animal attacks without knowing why. It only acts on its own instinct. Its salvation, it's its own ignorance. I'm no beast. I hate that it comes to this. But after what you've done, I can say, my only regret was that I never did this sooner. That is the price of your sin, and this is my salvation. Goodbye, Mother. Oh! Cool. Already like the animation. May 12th, 7:34 a.m. Downtown Azure City. Justina Smith's apartment? Hold up, we get to see our apartment? I've seen the trailer, obviously. I like how everything is green. I will say, it looks a little dingy if you see the crack right there. And all the takeout, it looks like it's not looking the healthiest life, but... Oh, and look, they got a little picture of them together. Maybe that's her sister? I'm not sure who that is. But I know who those two are. Oh, wait, is it? No. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. But, crap. I hope I didn't oversleep again. I swear one day I'll find a job where I don't have to wake up so early. Actually, It's been a month since the end of the eBay investments case. Things have slowed down considerably nowadays. Just day after day of paperwork. Still, not everyone's changed. Sophie hangs around my desk every minute she's not in the field. I see Detective Hunt occasionally, but he's a real not hard one, but he's a real hard one to pin down. He's always doing something. I guess this is more or less the life I signed up for. All that adventuring, solving cases. Maybe I'm just a little sentimental, but I kind of miss it, even if it's always came with overtime. I guess I'm more attached to this job than I am realized. Still, now's not the time for all that. I've got to get ready for work. First, I better find my car keys. They should be around here somewhere. Nah, let's just walk. Walks like 30 miles to the police precinct. It's a nice day out. Oh, yeah, blazer. It's my signature green blazer. I wonder if anyone thinks it's weird I wear the same thing to work every day. Now that I think about it, I never really wore a suit before this job. I thought the green would help me stand out as a candidate. Then I just stuck to it. Now I feel like I'd never wear anything else. It's weird how much the suit has become part of me. Why am I getting so sentimental over a blazer? Blazer? Hinting towards the fire? Let's see if there's anything in the pockets. Aha! There you are. I'm too good at... Guys, I'm too good at solving mysteries. I've already found the keys. I don't even need to look everywhere else. I knew these were somewhere around here. Hang on. Why is the TV on? Crap. I must have forgot to shut it off before I went to bed last night. That electricity bill is gonna kill me. My electricity bill wasn't high enough. I better shut it off before I leave. Oh, no, nah, we're going to everything else then. This is a picture of me and Luna from her graduation. Oh! Oh, she did. I'm guessing this is the high school graduation because I think she was talking about going to a, like a inclusive death school or something like that. And I don't mean actual... She is death. She's training to be death. Looking at this picture always makes me emotional. I'm so proud of her. She's been through so much, but she never gives up, even when it's tough. I still remember when she was little and we played together. Now she's all grown up. No, I'm not gonna cry. Again. Oh, this picture. Detective Hunt, Sophie, and I took it to commemorate the end of E-Bank case. It was Sophie's idea. Detective Hunt tried to get out of it, but she wouldn't have it. I'm kind of glad. It's nice to have this little reminder of everything. It's funny. It wasn't that long ago, and yet it still feels like it's been ages. We've never really gotten to work together like that again. I hope we get the chance again someday. The three of us, I think we could make a great team. I wonder if that's gonna happen again today. Oh, wink, wink. It's my fireplace! Oh my god! I love you, fireplace. In all the time I've lived here, I've never actually used it. I'm a little afraid they might have plugged the chimney or something, knowing my landlord. It gets pretty cold in the winter time, so maybe I'll see if my dad can take a look at it. Table. Ugh. This place is a mess. That's what I'm saying. If Mom or Dad saw this, they'd have a fit about me not taking care of myself. I work so much overtime that I never have any time to cook. Plus, I need about 3 lattes just to get through the day. Damn. Justina, take a break, please. Take a vacation. You have vacation time, right? No. I don't even have a 401k. What? No, Justina, you need to leave. And so, all the trash ends up piled here on my table. I really should take some time to clean. Maybe after work today. Hopefully no overtime. Hey, Justina, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to overtime. No. Balcony. Hey, this has to be a nice apartment because it has a balcony with a great view of a wall, man. It's my balcony with a beautiful view of the city. Ha, I wish. All you can see is the alleyway below and the building next door. Oh my god. Anton, when he was murdered in in Justina's alley. Oh my god. With the rent I pay, I should at least get a nice park outside. One day I'll have a nicer view. Dad offered to put some plants out there, but, well, knowing me, they would last a week. Maybe I'll just get some blinds to cover it. Now, the television. It looks like it turns to the news. In other news, shareholders of the West, Coast Watson's Electric and Gas Company are in turmoil. After a tragic fire claimed the life of their current president, Joel Watson. Oh, is it? I get it. Oh, no. Police are reporting that Mrs. Watson, the 85-year-old widow of the company founder, Ray Watson, passed away in her sleep during a fire at her home, the Watson estate. The estate, which was people on set, can we please cut this? Cut this, I fumbled, please, cut the, cut. We're not live anymore. Cut, please, cut. In Azul City, for its unique agriculture, was damaged, but firefighters were able to save most of the house. It just so happened to only burn the room that she was in. What a terrible accident. That's the latest from the news desk. We take you now to the metro meteorologist, Sunny, for the weather. Oh, Sunny. Huh, interesting. I think I pay my utility bill to that company. Thank God she died. That poor woman. I can't imagine dying in your sleep like that. But how did she manage to sleep through a fire? Huh. It's terrifying, really. Anyways, enough watching TV. I gotta get to work. Alright, let's go to work. We just never investigate that case. It's like, who cares about that? Let's just have a relaxing police clerk day. May 12th, 8:07 a.m. Azul City Police Precinct number 5, station offices. Phew, barely made it. Dirty. Oh, Justy. Oh, hi, Sophie. You're rather energetic this morning. Sure am. Check this out. Just checking my. I don't want this recording. Oh man. Alright. I entered a raffle on a TV program last week to win 2 tickets to the movies. And I just so happened to win. So I was thinking this weekend. A date? Wink, wink. Like I said last time, if this doesn't end up, now I don't know what's happening. Oh, I would love to, but I'm actually tied up this weekend. I got a date. What? Luna's starting college, so I'm helping her move. I'm really sorry. Oh, that's fine. Why don't I just come help? Really? You want to come help move? Of course, I'd love to. Besides, I want to see Luna again. You might not think it, but Zephyr can hold a surprising amount with its saddlebags on. What? Like, I guess more help is always appreciated, but you really... Justy, we haven't hung out in ages. Let me have this, please. How am I supposed to say no to that? Well then, if we... You too! Oh my god. It's the elf of the office. Oh, it's just her. The one character I cannot, even to this day, can't keep a consistent voice. What are you doing just standing around and talking? We got work to do. Sophie, I appreciate your repertoire with my clerk here, but we can't keep having her work overtime. Is Swift the reason why I've worked like... It seems like weeks of overtime? She just talks to me the entire shift and I can't get my work done. And she's like, oh, sorry, Jacita, I have to leave, my hours are up. But like, what do you do here, Swift? You know, I just sit here and talk all day and... Sorry, I really have to go. Oh, me too. Nope, sorry. Sorry, you gotta stay for overtime because you didn't do anything? No. I understand, ma'am. Sorry. Really, if you've got nothing better to do, you can help Justina with this report. We just got this in fresh. I need it typed up and filed ASAP. We got the public's eyes on this one, so we can't have anything going wrong with it. Shouldn't take you too very long. Report to my desk when you're finished. Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna take a week sick. It looks like we're going down. Alright, it looks like we're back. Looks like we're all good. What is happening? There we go. Jeez. I was like, what is happening over here? Alright. Yes, ma'am. I hope you two have a good time this weekend. Good luck. Miss Earl is certainly an interesting boss. So what sort of report is it? Is it the fire one, let me guess? Let me pull it up on the computer. Looks like it's a report from Detective Fineman from arson. Fineman. Does he give out fines, perhaps? Fineman? Oh, that's Patches. Patches Fineman. Patches? I can't believe he received his first case already. Oh, new guy. All right, let's go bully him. You know him? Of course I do. I taught Patches everything I know. To speed. That's about it. The two of us used to work patrol together. We were the fastest in the force. He really got promoted, or he finally got promoted to detective last week, and he went into arson. Patches is kind of squeamish, so he wanted something without much blood or violence. So he decided to do one where he gets to see burnt up bodies. He's weird like that. The incident was a fire at the Watson estate. Oh, I saw this on the news earlier. Sure enough, one victim, an elderly woman named Jules Watson. According to this, she was the president and CEO of the Watson Electric and Gas Company. That's the largest utility company in Israel's Bay Area. No wonder there's a high profile. This is the largest utility company in the Israel Bay Area. No wonder there's a high profile case. That poor woman. But hang on a moment. Detective Fineman is from arson. He should be cleared to investigate a death, only the fire. Why weren't you informed? I'm sure there's a reason for that. Patches wouldn't normally break protocol. According to this report, Fineman ruled the death as an accident. There's gotta be more to it than that. Something about this report rubs me the wrong way. I can't quite place the problem. Can we look at the... first. Alright, simple. Robbery detective at the 5th Police. My mentor and oldest friend at the station. His methods can be unorthodox, but they always produce results. Pretty strict, but I think I'm warming up to her. Now that I think about it, I've never seen what her right eye looks like. She's multicolored eyes. She's actually evil. She's kind-hearted and silly, but there's not a case in this city we can't solve together. Just thinking about her makes me excited. Wink, wink. Jules! The victim in this case, she was the president. Yep. She died in her sleep during a fire. Do we have the summary yet? Not yet. Sophie, if it's okay with you, I want to look into this a little more. I have this feeling in my gut. Call it my clerk's intuition. Ooh, I'm finally gonna see Clerk Justy in action. Last time you had an intuition like that, you broke up with the Chandra case, right? Red told me about that. You must have left out the part where you already figured it out before me. Right, let's get to work then. Right behind you, Justy. Let's investigate everything, I guess, real quick. It's the Big Book of Police. This little manual has been a lifesaver for me. It's basically a book of procedures when it comes to doing clerk work. We should give it another look to refresh our knowledge. But it's so big. Where do we start? Let's start by throwing it away. Here's the section on police reports. Let's start there. A police report needs to follow the 5 C's. Complete, clear, concise, concrete, and correct. Complete. The full details of the crime must be included. Clear. Reports should have direct and clear language, free of any jargon. Concise. All police reports should only be as long as necessary. Concrete. Police reports need to use direct language and avoid all vaguely worded sentences. Correct. Spelling and grammar must be correct. So many rules. I feel like half the time the reports I get don't even follow them. Most of my job is just correcting the reports the officers send me. Well-written police reports are an important part of being a police officer. Years from now, these reports will be treated as a single source of the truth. Unfortunately, most officers also hate doing it. I can think of a couple off the top of my head. What was his name? Detective Hunt. Computer. No, we can. Wait. Let's look at everything. Let's do everything else before we look at this report. It's been a while since I've gone through my desk. Or since I got through my desk. I wonder what's in there. Let's see. Gum, chapstick, some loose change, a gun. A gun! Cat toy. How did this get in here? What's this? There's a note in here. Come to the park across the street from your dad's store after work tomorrow. There's something I have to tell you. What the? Well, the only person who has a cat with her, I don't think the, our Miss Ebank would have the cat around, just have it with her. So is this from, Faye? What the? Who wrote this note? Medal. It's a medal to the precinct for outstanding work. I didn't know they could give awards to an entire police station. But there you have it. Hey, Sophie, do you have any medals? No, not yet. I do have a trophy, though. A trophy? What for? A couple months ago, we got a bunch of different precincts together to a race. Sephiroth had to enter, of course. And we did pretty good. I managed to get second place. Just one of the guys from the precinct number 5. Or 3. 5 is us. Just under. You got second place? How did you lose? Because those guys from precinct number 3 are complete daredevils. I've heard stories of them driving off the interstate ramps in order to catch up with the criminals. What the? Just breaks through the metal barrier to jump off to another street. Zephyri may be fast, but there's some things I even won't do. Thank the guys, I didn't get hired there. Alright, before we get to the computer, let's talk. So, what all do we know about the victim, Jules Watson, aside from her being the president and CEO of an electric company? An electric and gas company, to be exact. Let's see. Pulling up news reports, it seems she's a widow. Her husband was the company's founder, Ray Watson. He died in an accident exactly 1 year ago to the date. Huh. I wonder if that will come up. Huh, the exact date that this happened. The wife was murdered. Probably has nothing to do with it. I'm not sure about the details, but she's been running the company ever since. What if she... Alright. We don't have any evidence on this theory. She murdered her husband. Alright, I don't know if the accident is... Maybe... I don't know if the accident means he died. I just assumed that, but my mind's already blanking. I think that's what they meant, but I think she hurt or killed her husband. And then someone found out, and the exact revenge killed her. Dude, that's happened on the exact same day? There's no way that's a coincidence. That's what I'm saying, Justina. We on the same brainwave. Looks like she was almost 86 years old. Her birthday was coming up in a couple of weeks. She was running a company in her 80s? If I was her age, I would have retired by then. No kidding. Actually, I can't imagine you being retired. You seem so full of energy. I just figured you'd work until you physically couldn't. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, but I've always wanted to explore the calmer things in life, like fishing. Fishing? That's surprising. You know, my dad once tried taking my sister and I fishing once. It was so boring. You do nothing but sit in the sun and wait. When I retire, I'm traveling the world. I want to see everything before my bones are too old to move. You need a good ride too. to do that, and I guess I'd like to fish in all sorts of spots. Yeah. Hang on a minute. What is she implying? You know, just really cool if like we would like travel together, you know, fishing, you know, live in the same house, you know, married. Yeah. Justy, you're redder than your tie right now. Oh, that's it, I guess. Let's just no. Who cares about the report? Let's just go back home. Oh, I can't go anywhere. All right, I guess we're going to look at the computer finally. All right, let's get started. Clerk time. Oh, that's a kind of cool little clerk time. What the? Oh my god. What the? What the? Very cool. Oh, we can't look at the investigation. Dang. Tables of content. Oh, okay. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff to look at. Okay. Initial call. This portion of the fireman's report summarizes the initial call. Do I want to look over it? Sure. Oh, do we have to look over the evidence and then look at all all these state? That's kind of cool if we gotta do it that way. Okay. I see you. I see. I don't know who fireman looks like. Last night, just before midnight, the victim's neighbors called the fire department reporting a fire at the Watson estate. By the time the firefighters arrived, both the second and first floors of the building were engulfed in flames. As firefighters were extinguishing the fire, they found the body of Jules Watson in her bedroom. She was found in her bed wearing pajamas, having died from smoke inhalation in her sleep. Police were then notified, and I was assigned to investigate the scene. This portion of Firefighters covers the arrival investigation. Sure. By the time I arrived at the scene, it was already late into the night. I found the victim's son and caretaker there. So we have son and caretaker. Okay. He was distraught when I informed him of the victim's death. Under firefighter escort, I climbed to the second floor where I know the victim's body. I then ordered an autopsy to be done. Furthermore, I noted the presence of a burnt space heater next to the pile of ashes. The heater appeared to have ignited some nearby papers. Okay. My officers and I combed through the victim's records while we waited for our reports to return. In the end, we discovered she had overdosed on heart medicine and fell asleep in her bed where she died. Oh, I took care to inform her next of kin, and I remained on the scene while we finished cleaning the area. Okay, and let's listen to the conclusion. The portion of Fireman's report details Fireman's conclusions. My conclusions on this case are as follows. The victims accidentally ingested a large quantity of our heart medicine, and she was elderly. It was likely she forgot she had taken it. Dementia, okay. She turned on a space heater and got ready for bed. Her medicine then knocked her out into a deep incapacitation. The heater ignited some papers in the night, and the fire quickly grew out of control. The victim died from smoke inhalation, and there were no signs of foul play. That's probably could be an objection. There is nothing else unusual at the scene, and nothing else to indicate there was anything but an accident. Okay, that's probably another. Okay, the conclusions one, definitely probably have to look at again. Person of interest, Jules Watson. Detective Fireman couldn't find anyone who might have a motive to kill the victim. She had 3 sons, Calvin, Raiden, and Donner Watson. She didn't have any other living family. Calvin, I know, is like something. I feel like these are all just electricity or gas puns. Her names. She was on good terms with the company's board of directors and the shareholders despite her age. And the victim didn't have any unusual habits or vices. No smoking, no drinking. It seems she was still in relatively good health despite her age. The only thing noted is that she did require a caretaker at her home. She wasn't the most high-profile figure, but she did have influence in this area. Actually, her house was more famous than she was. The Watson estate is sort of a quirk of Israel City. It's styled like a castle, and it sits on some prime real estate in one of the hill districts. There's no way property could be a motive again, right? Oh, okay. Can we see her profile? Alright, we can see hers. We can't see everyone. Calvin, okay. Calvin Watson, the victim's oldest son. Patches says he was notified about her death today. Oh, look at this. He was also the executor of the victim's will. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm just assuming Justina's talking during this whole time, but I think... I am so dumb. I'm just assuming. I was just assuming that that she it was just Justina talking the whole time. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I was like, how do I get out of history? How do... Executor? What's that mean? Is that the Pokemon? It means he was in charge of her estate and distributing... I can't say that word. Her assets in accordance to her will. The will itself is in the report too. The victim's money was to be distributed equally amongst her 3 sons. The Watson estate was to be sold, and the profits evenly split amongst them. So basically, her death conveniently gives all 3 of her sons a big inheritance. That's the most if I've ever heard one. I better not jump to conclusions. Oh, victims will last. Which Calvin was actually all the victims' property. Alright. Raid Watson was apparently the middle child of the victim. He was the victim's caretaker and lived with her at the estate. Oh, so the caretaker was one of her sons. Okay, I thought it was a different person. The report says he arrived late last night to find the estate on fire. But by that point, it was already too late. So, what was he doing during the time of the fire? The report doesn't say. Weird. Wonder what his alibi is. Well, my alibi was, I was doing nothing. Pretty good alibi, I understand. Alright. And Donner. Donner Watson was the youngest of the brothers, and his section is the most sparse. Detective Feynman only saw that he was informed today, and he didn't look into him much. Well, Feynman, you do a better job. No motive. There's no motive. Did you talk to the sons or anyone else? Nope. I talked to nobody else. But it looked like an accident. So we're all good. Sophie, is that normal? Well, it's up to the detective in charge to decide who they do and don't want to investigate. I'm sure Patches had some reason to discount him. Right now, he doesn't seem very relevant. Okay. Autopsy report. Detective Feynman seems to have ordered an autopsy on the victim. Again, why was Sophie not contacted? That's usually her job. According to the report, the victim was suffering from an accidental overdose at the time of her death. An accidental overdose? How? I'm not sure. It's strange. Apparently, it rendered her completely unconscious in her bed, and she died of smoke inhalation around midnight. At least, she died peacefully without suffering. The victim had overdose on heart medication, which rendered her inconscious. No signs of a struggle. Okay. Medical records. Oh, look at this. The victim's medical records were attached. She was prescribed a medication for a chronic heart condition and had to take a dose every night. Notably, her doctor also said there were never any signs for taking too much of it before now. So that rules out substance abuse. So why did the victim overdose? Could that have really been an accident? Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Doctor did not report any prior items. Okay. Heater. This is the heater that Detective Feynman claimed started the fire. Was last night really that cold? I don't remember it being particularly chilly, but elderly people do get cold easily. Swift, it was like 90 degrees outside last night. That's true. I guess it just goes to show how dangerous these things are. Glad I have a fireplace in my house. Actually, is that more or less dangerous than a space heater? Large space heater found in the victim's bedroom. According to the This ignited some papers located underneath it, causing the fire. Okay. Let's see, we've got a photo of the crime scene here. Let's take a closer look. Ooh, they're actually using photos like the last case. Oh, that's a lot of burnt and smoke. Safe open, huh? That's a little unusual. What's that on the bed? Oh, is that just like a number? Like, oh, this is where the body was or something? Wow, there's hardly anything left besides that random suit of armor she had in her room. Why did she have a suit of armor in her room? No, I guess if I had enough money, I would too. That is also... How did that not... Alright. When the fire started, how did the chandelier not fall... Or not fall on her, but like... That is a strong roof. If this much stuff has got burnt and like this didn't crumble down. She's just sleeping there. This falls, crashes on the ground, still just snoring. I guess this is where the fire started. What's with that open safe? That's what I'm saying. That looks like a fireproof safe. Weird. There's nothing inside of it. The victim must have opened it before the fire. Photograph the bedroom. Alright, we looked through all that. So now let's look at the... First I want to look at the conclusion. Conclusion on the case are follows. The victim accidentally ingested a large quantity of medication as she's up. Well, hold up. Big Joel's taking the medicine was an accident. That sounds too convenient. Yet there isn't enough proof it wasn't an accident. It was a good idea, but I can do better. Space here, got ready for bed. Her medicine then knocked her out in a deep and cast... Alright, that's... Reunited some papers in the night and then quickly... Okay. That's true, there's no struggle. Well, not here. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. This report doesn't make any sense. Look here. Detective Feynman claims there is nothing unusual, and nothing indicating anything but an accident. But what about the empty fireproof safe? That's clearly suspicious. How could you explain it? Well, you see, Justina, what happened was the fire killed her, and then stole whatever was in the safe. That's clearly what happened. It's like the was it Family Guy or American Dad? I think it was Family Guy where the fire just beats up the firefighter. The fire just comes in fire form, gives the old lady smoke inhalation, and then walks over, opens the safe, grabs some stuff, and just leaves. That's why the whole house didn't burn down. The fire just left. Oh, these jewels are pretty expensive. Oh, let me take those with me. Goodbye. Slow down, Justy. Maybe the victim opened her safe before she fell asleep. And the contents inside burned up. Oh, then the contents inside burned up. No way, there are no ashes inside that safe. Someone cleared it out. Which means, you don't think that this was an accident at all? That's right. I think there was foul play. Only problem is, I can't really prove it yet. Give me one quick second. Get rid of that. We don't want those messages in here. Huh. Well, I think it's at least enough grounds to go talk to Sue about it. If we tell her what we found, she might let me take charge. Good idea. Once we're done looking over this report, let's go talk to her. Is there any other thing that... Help! Oh, I love the help option in my police report areas. Where... my police report computer, where it goes, help! Oh, yes. This is how you solve the case. Anything else in here? We got everything we can here, but I can always read it again. Oh. Okay, so I already looked over these two things. It seems like that was the biggest part, I think. So... Help! What happens here? Let me review how to go to this part. Oh, okay, I don't need this. Oh, that's what that does, okay. Oh, report completed. I didn't see that. I was just clicking. Okay, yeah, report completed. That should be all the report. I'll write down the summary of the case before we go. That was amazing, Justy. So that's what it's like to see you go through our police report. It reminds me a lot of a field investigation, only digital. You know, I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it as paperwork. Although none of my report filings are ever this interesting. Now, to find Miss Earl. Reporting it. Oh! Compile the report in part 1. What does that mean? Oh, Miss Earl! Who cares about those papers? What is it? Is this important? What is it? Did you two finish that report already? Actually, there's a problem with the report. We need to talk to you about it. A problem? What kind of problem? How come I wasn't brought up to this case? I'm supposed to handle any cases with the body. I know Patches is eager, but he shouldn't have been authorized to handle this case alone. I understand your frustration, but the captain ordered it. The captain? Is this a noose, right? The captain. The police captain. Or the police captain. You haven't met him, but he's the one in charge of this precinct. The Watson family is a very big donor to the Zil City Police Union. The captain didn't want any more scrutiny on this than was necessary, so he deemed Detective Feynman's investigation sufficient. But it's anything but sufficient. The report doesn't add up at all. Detective Feynman left out a critical detail of this case, one that implies that this was a murder, not an accident. What detail? Let me see the report. You see? You have to convince the captain to let's go investigate. Who cares about this? I'll see what I can do, but I can't make any promises. It's a flimsy lead at best. You two wait in the back. I'll have to make a call. Okay. We're putting a lot on the line for this, Justy. From what Sue said, it sounds like the captain wants this case over with quickly. How is this putting a lot on line? We're like, hey, there's a problem with this case. Worst he could do probably is go, no, we're not going to continue this case. Sorry. Sorry, we're not going to continue this case. You know, pretty clear cut, you know, who cares about, you know, the fire probably just stole the papers. He can't like go like, oh, you want to investigate this more? You're fired. From what Sue said, it sounds like the captain wants this case over quickly. I know, but we can't just let it end here. We have to see this through. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was an accident. If that's the case, then I'll take the fall for it. But if I'm right, the real killer is out there. They need to be brought to justice. That's the kind of attitude I love about you, Justina. Love? She used my name. Podding. But you're not shouldering the blame by yourself. If it comes to that, I'll share it with you. After all, we're partners, right? Wink, wink. Yeah, that's right. And we're back in action yet again. Celebrating already. I spoke with the captain. He wasn't happy about any of this, I have to say. So he fired you two. What? Both of you. But he's given you two permission to go investigate again. However, there is a catch. If the two of you failed to find anything substantial by the end of the day, that's it. The case is closed. That kind of sucks, but at least we have our job still. One day to solve this case? Well, it won't be the first time. How did you manage to convince him? Oh, I didn't. The captain wouldn't listen to me. My boy Ernest. That's my man right there. It's Ernest you can thank for that. I had him call the captain. Wait, hold up. The man that, like, caused the captain so many problems with the last case, like the recording a phone call and got his, like, paid doc, the captain was like, no, you're right. This person, you're right. You called Detective Hunt? Those two don't ever see eye to eye, but I know the captain respects him. I think the captain knows by now that when Ernest needs something, it's usually for a good reason. He's too busy with another case to join you guys, but he managed to get through to the captain. If I don't see my boy Ernest Hunt in this case, I'm gonna be so upset. We'll have to thank him the next time we see him. Good luck, you two. And Justina, don't forget to report after this for your overtime. no, please. Please. I have a family. I can't. I haven't seen them in ages. Yes, ma'am. So, where to next? Well, we should go pay a visit to the East Lake itself. According to the report, Patches should still be there. We could talk to him ourselves. Oh, we get to finally see Patches. We'll go whenever you're ready. Oh, is there any... Oh, hold up first. Is there anybody else we could look at right now? No. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. We're gonna go probably for another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go probably on a quick 15-minute break.
All right, let's get this investigation started.
Watson Estate. Oh my god. This looks like a mess. It's like a fire started in here. May 12th, Watson Estate living room. Oh, and how many suits of armor do they got in this place? For a building that was on fire, I expect it to look a lot worse. It's the firefighters we have to thank for that. They must have done a ton of work. Is this like brick? Is that why it's not like all burnt? A detective appears at record time. Alright. Already I like this design. Oh, let's look a quick look at him. He's got a gun. It's pretty cool. A badge. I get why she calls him Patches now with the patched up tie. He's got like flames for hair. I like this guy so far. That could only be our very own Detective Swift. There you are, Patches. I knew you'd be here somewhere. Hold on a minute. Did you just call you Detective Swish? You know why. I always make those buckets. Swish? Patches are a kindred spirit when it comes to nicknames. Is it really a nickname? What does it even mean?
Salute! I don't believe we've met before. Now let's see. We were supposed to get a new officer. Think, Fireman.
Oh, and now I see it. His suit is all patched up too. I get it. It's got a little thing right there. No, I'm not a cop. Just a clerk who gets in way over her head.
A clerk? A clerk. Oh, right. You must be the one in Miss Pearl's department. Justin Swift, right?
Puppy dog eyes there. No, Justina Smith.
My apologies. I'm a little bad with the names, but I'll get it. I'll commit to memory right away. Smith, Shift.
No, that's our ship name, man. I'd say that's more than a little bad. Anyways, we read over your report earlier. We have a few questions to ask you about if you don't mind.
Questions? I suppose I have a minute.
Specifically, we want to know why you rolled this case an accident. Were you aware that there was a fireproof safe in the victim's bedroom that was emptied?
A safe? Let me think. Nope, there's no safe.
He walks into the bedroom, he grabs the fireproof safe, chucks it out the window.
Nope, I made no problems. There is never a safe here. Oh, right. I know that one. What about it?
You don't think that was weird? It sounded like a sign of foul play.
Oh, no, I already ruled that out. Attention! You see, this case is gonna be my big break. With this, I'll finally join you all in the 5th Precinct Halls of Fame. I did a lot of investigating. That fireproof safe, not an issue at all. I questioned it all day. It told me nothing. It can't be the culprit. Perhaps you don't get it. Let me explain my reasoning. Statement. Let me destroy your testimonies. You see, the safe was emptied because there was nothing never anything inside of it. Or maybe the victim took something out before bed and forgot to close it. What matters is I couldn't find anyone who might have the motive or means to kill her. Even if someone came here, the victim locks her door at night, which is undamaged. No one but the victim had the key. What about the window? I hope you find this to be a reasonable explanation worthy of a true detective.
Nobody else that or near the estate. Alright, that's gonna be probably something also later, but... So nobody else was here during the fire. I'm aware that one of the victim's sons lived here, though. Do you know where he is? Or he was?
As far as I am aware, he has an alibi for the night. There was nobody here.
Thanks for the help, Patches.
You two sticking around. I can answer more questions, but I'll need to get back to work soon.
Let's investigate first. Painting. Oh, look at that! This painting managed to survive the fire intact. Looks like the glass protected it. This frame is museum quality. And the painting itself is quite fitting too. Finally, a painting that Decius likes. A dry, decaying land. It's as brown as this room. You could also miss. A family has just lost a family member. It's not time to joke right now. You could almost imagine fire having scorched lands, leaving nothing behind. Nothing but the single lifeless river in the middle.
I salute your creative interpretation, Miss Shift. But it just looks like a desert to me.
What about you, Sophie? What do you feel when you look at this? Let me see. Oh, it reminds me of a dream I had once. I was in the middle of a prairie outrunning tornadoes on Zephyr. That is a weird dream. Does that count? That sounds more like a nightmare to me. A nightmare? But it was fun! The thrill of the chase, the delicate line between life and death. I really hope you keep that sort of daredevil attitude contained into your dreams. I really don't want to out-chase tornadoes today. Couch. I don't know why I read that first in my mind as gouch. Oscar the Gouch. What a sad-looking couch. It's like it was burned. Considering the state of the room, I figured it'd look worse.
Most furniture like this has flame retardant in it for safety. It helps stop fires from getting out of control too quickly.
Oh, maybe there's some clues between the cushions. Oh, look, I found a $5 bill. Sorry, a $5 elms. A 5 elms. I
cut it, scratch it, cut the line,
Maybe there's some clues between the cushions.
Sadly, I already checked them. There's nothing in there but moldy breadcrumbs. I ate it for a snack.
Ew, I guess some didn't clean up after themselves.
I'm unable to judge them, as I too often forget to clean after I eat. I leave milk out for days.
They're rather green breadcrumbs, all right. No telling how long they've been here. This is not much of a clue.
What? Hold up. This is evidence? This is evidence? Okay.
Some rather green breadcrumbs found between the cushions of Lillian Cow. Oh, is this gonna prove someone was here or something? Armor. This is just like the armor in the photo. Despite all the ash and destruction, a single lone knight stands strong. This is symbolical. Nothing can break its vigilant watch. Stand strong, brave sire.
Come again.
Don't mind her. She loves waxing poet like this. Just let her have her fun. I don't do it that often. You were doing it the other day with the coffee pot at work.
This lonely coffee. The only substance that I can use to survive these endless overtimes. Overworked.
Really? Maybe I really do have a problem. That said, it's a bit odd how this doesn't even seem to have a scratch on it. Did someone move this from the garage? What
the metal has a pretty high melting point, so the fire didn't really do anything to it.
Who'd want a suit of armor in their house anyways? I can't imagine you come across that in the middle of the night. It fits the castle theme. I think it looks really cool.
It's the real deal too. I peeked in it earlier, and it's fully hollow inside.
What are you looking inside of it for?
Just in case someone was hiding in it. It was a important investigational work.
I feel like that should be a clue because, like, you know, like someone could hide it. Maybe. Hear me out. This is crazy. Maybe. When she entered her room, someone was in there first. You know, or made it so she overdosed. I don't know how, but But yeah, someone was in her room when they did that, like maybe like messed up measurements or something. Then when she went in the room, they hid in the armor. So then like if the door, like when they locked the door, they were already inside the room. Detective mind? Detective mind? Let's talk first before we go through your testimony or your statement, say. Arson detective. So if Detective Hunt handles robberies and Sophie handles murders, I guess that means you handle fires?
Yes, ma'am. Officially, my job is investigating fires to determine if there is criminal activity. But really, actual arsons are uncommon, so I mostly just write reports. At least that's what it's been so far. I was only promoted recently. At least that's what it's been so far. I was only promoted recently. Oh wait, this here is my first big case.
I'm happy for you. I didn't think there'd be a whole department just for fires.
Well, a lot of fire investigation is done by the fire department itself. Hey, I'm just saying. Fires can be pretty nasty. They steal stuff, they kill people, they walk out and they can burn other buildings. One time I saw a very promising firefighter shot 20 times by fire. It's tough times. They have fire investigators and stuff, but we get involved if there's potential for criminal activity. I'm happy to have gotten the promotion. Actually, I was their first choice. Their first choice was a man named Hot Fireman. I don't know why they want him, but
really, what happens to the other person?
There were some complications with the Arizona City Police Union, so I got nominated instead.
Complications?
I don't know the details exactly. All I know is that the officer had to withdraw their candidacy. Another theory. This man murdered the other man. That was the complication.
And then he murdered this lady, started the fight. This is actually an insane person. He had all of this for promotion.
The higher-ups must have liked me, so I feel like my hard work is finally paying off.
That's weird. I don't think it'll be too relevant to the case. It always is. So, if the fire started in the victim's bedroom, why was this room so badly damaged?
We're gonna give a quick
We're gonna give a quick second here. It seems like my stream is going to be scuffed like usual. Oh, man, this case is flying so fast. I looked at the time, like my recording. It has already been 58 minutes, almost an hour. That's how you know a game's good, when you just like play and play, and it doesn't seem like time has really passed. It feels like it's been like 20-30 minutes. It's crazy. Well, we're gonna wait a real quick second. I think it might be back. I think we might be back. Hopefully we're back. Please. Please.
We're back. Let's go. All right.
So if the fire started in the victim's bedroom, why is this room so badly damaged?
The victim's bedroom is right above this room. This one. As the room got bigger, as the fire got bigger, it spread it down through the floor. The blaze was just starting to get out of control when the firefighters arrived, and they were able to contain it. If it weren't for that, the ceiling would have been likely collapsed. It's remarkable, well-preserved, all things considered, but there isn't much down here to look at.
What about the bedroom? Would we be able to look up there?
I'm afraid I cannot permit that. As the one in the charge of this scene, it's much too dangerous to let you wander up there. Until the firefighters ensure it's safe, I can't let you up there without a really good reason.
I want to.
Good enough for me.
Is being really, really curious a good reason?
Not one bit.
Darn, I guess we have to try again later. Caretaker. I'm a little curious as to why the victim needed a caretaker. Her medical report showed she was relatively healthy.
The victim had a bad heart condition, and so she needed extra assistance to live independently in this giant mansion. As I understand it, her husband took care of her until he died. After that, her son moved in to take care of the role. Oh, do we have a hitman? You know, like, first taking out the husband, then the wife?
What a great son! I can't think of many people who'd do the same. It's certainly a selfless act. But why would the victim not just hire someone? They could clearly afford it.
You'd have to ask him about that. He should be around here somewhere. One of the officers was taking his statement. These areas are off limits, so you'll likely find him in the undamaged section. Check the kitchen. Check the kitchen.
When we're finished looking around here, we'll go talk to him. Alright, fire cause. You mentioned you determined the cause of the fire to be a heater. Can you tell us any more?
Well, it was a consumer-grade space heater, specifically a 1001 Pony electric heater from Smart Heat. We'll be suing them.
I heard about those on TV. I was thinking about getting one for myself before winter starts. So human names are hard, but he can remember company names just fine? I think that's just like a thing he does.
The thing was plugged into an extension cord. It must have been pulled too much of a load from it. Or it must have pulled too much of a load from it. The wire completely melted, and the heater ended up igniting some papers and clothes that were nearby. Unfortunately, the fire was so bad we couldn't make out any more specific details. If the case stays open, we might have more details once the bedroom is cleared.
Okay, let's review the statement. Let's listen to the statement again. See, the safe was empty because there was never anything inside of it. Or maybe the victim took something out, got to close it. What matters is I couldn't find anyone who might have a motive. Can we do the victim's will? Oh, I guess this is not it. Jules Watson? Jules Watson did have a will. Perhaps that was enough of a motive for murder? That's it. It's like in those old crime movies. One of those, the sons kill their mother to inherit the family's fortune.
That's not something to joke about.
Case closed. It could be, but we can't blame every death of a parent on family greed. Sometimes accidents just happen, and so far this case just seems like an accident. Perhaps we should reopen this case. I better investigate more before I consider this will as a motive. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, I think we have to investigate the kitchen first. But before we investigate the kitchen, we are going to take a quick 10 to 15 minute break.